Hey ho, my name is Jo, and today I'm going to be talking about a reading challenge that I'm setting up for myself. So before I go ahead and get started, I just want to talk about this reading challenge a little bit and talk about this god-awful banner that you guys see here. First off, my summer. So I'm setting up this reading challenge. I've got a really busy summer ahead of me, and I don't know if I'm going to get through all these books that I'm setting up for myself, but I'm definitely sure the heck going to try. This summer I've got a trip planned at the end of the month, and I've got a wedding that I'm involved in, so things are going to get a little crazy and chaotic this summer, but we will definitely try. Also, with this challenge, I'm also going to go ahead and do a readathon once the summer readathon once that comes about and everything like that. So I'm really excited. Also, we're going to talk about this god-awful banner. So you guys have been seeing this god-awful banner. I think it's like right here on my videos. That is hopefully going to be going away. So by the end of this week, that little god-awful banner will be gone. I'm purchasing the full version of my video editing software that I've been using this Friday once I get paid. So yay, no more banner. This will be probably the last video that you guys will see this god-awful banner in. So yay. So let's go ahead and jump right in, because there's a list of 10 books that I want to try to get through this summer, and I don't know how long this video is going to be. So let's go ahead. So the first one that I'm going to do, which is the first prompt I have for myself, is a book that you never read. And I'm going to go ahead and use Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm going to learn the proper name for that. But this was a book that my husband picked up not too long ago for me, probably about 6 months ago actually, so that was actually quite a while ago. But I never actually read the series, and I think I read the first chapter maybe, and it wasn't really something I was into at the time. But I definitely want to try to get through this summer. I really don't know much about this series at all. It was just something that I've always been interested in reading. I want to get to the other books to the series and everything like that. So this is one of those books that I want to read this summer. Well, I almost said fall. I want to read this summer. The next prompt that I have set for myself is a book that you read in school. So the book that I'm choosing for a book that I read in school is Chasing Redbird by Sharon Creech. This is one of my favorite authors. If you guys have been following from the very beginning, you think you do know that, but if you don't, you do now. And this is one of those that I read when I was maybe like 9 or 10 years old, and I loved it then. I'm pretty sure I'll love it now. Definitely one that I've been wanting to reread for quite a while, but I just never got around to it, so I figured the summer reading challenge would be a perfect opportunity. So the next one that I have for a prompt is a book that you started but never finished. The book that I'm going with this is Teardrop by Lauren Kate. I believe I started this probably about 2 to 3 years ago, to be honest with you. Probably read the first 100 pages, couldn't really get into it, and it was just one of my friends, her and I both share Lauren Kate. We love Lauren Kate like right to pieces. She's one of our favorite authors. She had read this whole series, and she said that she really enjoyed it. She said the first book is boring for the first 200 pages, but it does get interesting, so I'm definitely going to give this one another shot and see how I like it. The next prompt I have for myself is a classic book. So when I think classic, I think things like The Prince and the Pauper, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But the first one that really pops in my head, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now, if you guys recently saw my May haul video, you know that this is a recent pickup that I just recently picked up at my local Books A Million, or BAM, whatever you want to call it. I've never actually read Pride and Prejudice, and I'm actually really looking forward to reading this, and I am very excited. This is going to be so much fun. This is going to probably be one of the ones that I end up bringing with me when I go on my trip at the end of the month. I'm not exactly sure how and when I want to read this, but it is going to be read this summer. This I promise. Okay, so number 5. A book about books, or a book about a book. So the book that I'm choosing for this is Cornelia Flunk's Inkheart. This is a book about a book, and this is going to be a reread for me. This is something that I read when I was younger, and I've always wanted to reread this series. I feel like I would get so much more out of it as an adult, and I'm so excited to jump into this, and I can't wait to bring back those memories of me reading it when I was younger, and this is going to be exciting. So number 6 is a book that's been sitting on your shelf the longest. Now, I'm going to hang my head in a little bit of shame as I talk about this one, or maybe even look away. Yeah, that's right. Kirsten's Hannah, Distant Shores. I have had this on my bookshelf for maybe 10 years, and I never actually read it. I want to say I maybe read the first 3 to 4 pages, but couldn't really get into it. My mind kept wandering. But this seems like it'd be a really good summer read, and there's a lot of people on BookTube that rave about Kirsten Hannah, mostly The Nightingale, but I've seen a few people talk about this, say it's one of their favorite Kirsten Hannah books. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. If I don't like it, by the end of it, that must be, guys might see this in an unhaul, because I've tried. I've honestly tried to read this book, but I'm going to get through this book, and I'm going to read it by the end of the summer. But this might end up in an unhaul, because I've tried. I really have. But we're going to try again. So, number 7 is a childhood book. The childhood book that I think would be a wonderful read, and it's going to be a quick read. And the one that I thought of that would be great for this is The Adventures of Chatter. What is it? The Adventures of Chatter the Red Squirrel. This was one of my favorite books when I was a kid. I used to read this like a lot, and I recently got this back from my parents' house because it's been in storage for quite a while, and here it is. So I'm very, very excited to read this, hopefully bring back some memories and things like that. Plus, it's a quick read. I think there's only 118 pages, so I'm pretty sure I could probably devour this within maybe a few hours. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, then this is be something that I could add on to my reading challenge, because I am 5 books behind on my reading challenge this year, so we'll get this one read, and maybe I'll be 4 books behind, so we'll see. So the next prompt is reread a favorite. And the favorite that I'm going to reread is Fallen by Lauren Kate. Yes, I'm showing you the binding because I no longer have the dust cover for this, and I'm really sad I don't. But this is one of my favorite books that I read when I was younger, and I have, I believe, what is it? I have the next 3 books. I would say 3. I feel like I am missing one of the books. I think I'm missing Rapture. Yeah, I'm missing Rapture with this, so this is definitely ones that I will read through, and then once I get through Passion, I will buy myself Rapture and finish the series. But I'm going to read the first one throughout the summer. I'm going to read the first one this summer, and yeah. Alright, so number 9 is a book that's from a series that you have started. So the book that I'm hoping to read this summer is from a series that I started last month, which, yeah, that's right. So I'm going to read the second Summer of Sisterhood by Anne Brayshard. I read the first one last month, if you guys have been following me from last month. So I'm hoping to get through the second one this month, or this summer, and I am so excited. Alright, and the last one is a one-word title. The one I'm going to include on the one-word title, Ink Death by Cornelia Fluke. This is the 3rd book to the Inkheart trilogy. Now, in order to understand Ink Death, you have to read Inkspell. However, I'm going to try to add Inkspell also into this reading challenge. Right now, I don't actually have Inkspell in my possession. I have a friend of mine who's borrowing it, so I'm going to try to listen to Inkspell on Audible, and then I'm going to go ahead and read right into this. So, essentially, all 3 of the Inkheart trilogy is going to be read. So essentially I'm actually going to be reading 11 books this summer instead of 10. But, you know, I read this such a long time ago. I don't even remember what Ink Death is about, guys. Oh my gosh, like, the whole Inkheart trilogy is just absolutely amazing. Once I get all 3 of them read back through, I definitely will do a video on it. If you guys are interested in that, leave a comment down below. Ink Death, the last one. So that is, I'm going to say a list of 11, because I just included, no, I'll say list of 12, because I did talk about Inkheart a little bit. So that is my list of 12. I did start in the beginning of list of 10, but I just add a couple more books at the end. If you guys want to go ahead and leave a comment below, give me a little bit of encouragement to get through these books, because yeah, I'm probably going to need it. If you guys want to go ahead and follow along with me on these prompts and this reading challenge that I'm setting for myself, I will leave the prompts down below. All the books that I mentioned will be also listed down below, so you guys can go ahead and check them out. I'll leave links down below to my Goodreads, that way so you guys can go ahead and check that out. I have a reading challenge already on there for myself that I'm trying to get through. However, I'm probably not going to get through them, but I definitely want to try to get through these books at least this summer. So, again, go ahead and leave a comment down below, leave some encouragement, leave your thoughts, your comments. If there's any of these books that you guys want to see that you want me to make a video on about a review, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If there's any videos that you guys want to see or anything, like, you know, give me some ideas here, guys. So, I'm very excited for this summer. It's going to be a busy one, and we're going to have a good summer for reading, I hope. Let's do this, right? So, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out all the links and hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see me get through this challenge and see how well I do, because I will be posting updates probably on this about once a week. So, we'll be going back to the 2 videos a week, one on Wednesday, one on Saturday, and we'll see how we go. And woo! So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.